Hey everyone, Galaxy here, bringing you a new Team Fortress 2 spy guide. I decided to make this guide because a lot of the guides on YouTube are old and outdated. The game has changed a lot, and so has the spy class. The beginning of this guide will be for new players to Team Fortress 2, while the end will be for existing players just wanting to learn some new tips and tricks and how to be an efficient spy for their team. For this guide, I'm going to be using the default spy layout. The revolver is essential for any spy. When retreating, if you are unable to cloak, fire the revolver at the enemy chasing you. This will usually cause the enemy to back off, or might even get you a kill. Here is an example of just that.
Next is the default watch. The watch allows you to cloak for 9 seconds. Picking up ammo boxes, scrap metal from destroyed buildings, and weapons on the ground all refill your cloak meter.
A common mistake I see all the time is when spies choose a disguise when they are not fully cloaked. When you choose a disguise, smoke will be around you until it is done. If you cloak during this time, the smoke will continue to stay around you, giving your position away. Either wait until you are fully cloaked or choose a disguise and then cloak when it is done. The sapper disables and slowly destroys enemy buildings when placed on them. They can be removed by an NG with 2 hits from his wrench, or it can be removed by some of the new weapons. The disguise kit. This allows you to disguise as any class from the enemy team or even your own. Finally, the butterfly knife. The knife is an instant kill from behind. One of the most important things about playing spy is not how many kills you get, but who you kill. When playing spy, your main target should always be engineers and medics. The reason for this is because engineers are a key to a strong defense, while the medic is the most important class on any team. For a spy, an engineer is one of the most difficult classes to kill. I will show you the most efficient way of dealing with an engineer and all of his equipment, called the stab and sap. First, uncloak in a spot where no enemies are around. Then, run behind the engineer and stab him. As soon as you stab him, switch to your sapper and mash the button, making sure you place one. Then cloak and run away. You always want to have an escape route. This may be a bit difficult at first, but keep practicing and eventually it will become easy. Here is another example of the stab and sap. In some cases, the engineer will not be by a sentry. As I do a quick stab and sap on this NG, I notice there's another NG on the second floor. As he jumps down to try to save the first sentry, I uncloak and sap his equipment. You should immediately cloak again. I already know the only way up are the stairs in front of me, so I run to intercept him. Uncloak behind him and stab him while he tries to save his buildings. The last way I will show you is using the enemy teleport against them. First, go and sap the entrance of the teleport and then stand over it. If the NG removes the sapper, it is most likely that he will be standing on top of the teleport. As soon as the sapper is removed, you will teleport and kill anyone standing on top of it. This is a great way of catching unsuspecting NGs off guard. A useful method for killing all classes is called stalking. Stalking is when you see an enemy, usually walking alone, you follow him and stab him to pick up an easy kill. Stalking is most effective at the enemy's spawn. Eventually, enemies will get paranoid. They will spray all around them and check the spawn for you. It is better to avoid these enemies for now and just go for kills that are easy. A common mistake made by spies is decloaking right behind an enemy when attempting to pick up a stalk kill. When you decloak, it makes a noticeable noise to players paying attention to their sound. They will turn around and kill you. It is better to decloak when you are far away from enemies and just walk up behind them and stab them. As a spy, another important skill is escaping. When going in for a kill, you should always have an escape route. But if you get caught in a situation where you think you might die, there are a few tricks you can pull and get away safely. The most effective and easiest is a simple little move I'm going to show you now. As I decloak in the corner thinking I am safe, a soldier turns around and spots me. As soon as I see him run towards me, I start to cloak and run to the right. It takes about 1 or 2 seconds to become fully invisible. After you become fully cloaked, turn in the opposite direction and run. The enemy will think you continued in your original direction. To help you understand this better, let's watch from a different angle. As soon as he runs towards me, I start to cloak and move to my right. As soon as I'm totally invisible, I quickly change directions and get away safely. Although this method is used mostly for escaping, you can also use it to pick up some easy kills by fooling the enemy into thinking you ran away. Watch this soldier and how I use the escape method to pick up a kill. See, the exact same method, but this time getting a kill out of it. I would do this only when you're being chased by one enemy, because it's easier to get away. The last method I will show you for escaping is called a corner stab. A corner stab is when you lure an enemy who is chasing you around a corner. As soon as he turns the corner, you move to the side and stab him. I only use this method if I know I cannot use my cloak to escape. As I try to stab sentries at the last point, I get hit by a Girardi when trying to escape. I know the sniper can kill me very easily now, and I cannot cloak. I know he will follow me, so I turn a corner. As soon as he turns, I'm already to the left of him and stab him. You will have to try to guess when the enemy will turn the corner. You will eventually know when they will, but it just takes time and practice. Here's another example of a corner stab. This scout has me trapped and tries to melee me. As soon as he is about to turn the corner, I move to the right and backstab him. Ragdolls were off for this clip, so it might be a bit hard to tell.
The last thing I will show you are two very useful tricks called stair stabs and leap stabs. Both of these can be used to pull off some kills but are more difficult and will take practice to master.
First are stair stabs. When performing a stair stab, wait until the enemy is at the base of the stairs. Then, jump above the enemy and look down. Stab him in the air when his back is exposed. There are all different kinds of stairs in the game, so you will have to adjust when you jump in order to perform a successful stair stab. For example, in this clip, I need to wait until the medic walks up the stairs a bit before I jump. Eventually, you'll be able to judge when to jump, it just takes time and practice. There are different places in many maps where a blind stair stab can be performed. A blind stair stab is when the enemy cannot see you when you jump over them. A blind stair stab is much harder to perform, but is almost a guaranteed kill if you can pull it off. When performing a blind stair stab, you must predict where the enemy is and when he will turn and come into sight. You will have to jump right before he is visible again to be successful. Next is a leap stab. A leap stab is when you jump from high above an enemy, land right behind him, stab him, and get away quickly. This is perfect for picking off an unsuspecting enemy who would not think to look up. And that's the end of the guide. Please leave a comment and tell me how you liked it and rate it. More Team Fortress 2 videos will be coming out soon. Also, don't forget to check out hkcentralgamers.com, whose service I use to capture all of these clips. Once again, this was Galaxy bringing you a new Team Fortress 2 spy guide. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you all next time.